Now I'm going to show you something that's a little more complicated in the procedural walking system. It's called the SubQuePoses. What a subQ is, each of these Walkatron loops is divided up into 16 different time steps. There's actually 17 displayed here, but time step 17 on this walk cycle loop here would be the same as number 1 on this one. So you would only use number 17 if it were the last walk cycle in the queue, because there's nothing to edit up against it. What this does is it allows you to place a master skeleton control pose, or any pose that's created in here. As you see, I have all these poses right here, and I can actually place these poses at the time steps that are inside the procedural walking system. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into edit mode, and let's go ahead and put some poses down here. Let's pick, let's see, let's do road rage, and I'm going to pick fight stance, and I'm going to go ahead and put that at time step 1 of the first walking queue. And we can see that as I do that, we'll see that the queue actually shows up here. Let me see if I can have this actually show up in real time as I display it. So as I go through here and I pick a different pose, you can see it previewing onto the character at that time. So as I put that, then it does this. So it's actually quite simple in order to get it to work. You just have to realize that this bunch of objects here, 1 through 12, are the same time steps that you see, let's say, in the Walkatron editor. So these time steps here, 1 through 17, 17 and 1 equaling the same place and time, these are the same time steps. So what this allows you to do is place a pose on certain portions of the body as that PWS solution is drawn out. So here I'll put, let me see, block from road rage, and it shows you the name of the pose and also the library that it came from. So let's go down here to number 9, and I'm going to put, let's put punch, and I'll hit the put button, and let's go to 5, and I'll put block. Okay, and let's give this a name. Let's call it fight. And let's go ahead and hit initialize, and we'll hit the do it button. So let's go ahead and play the animation. He throws a punch and keeps walking. So this way, if you don't actually want to go in and make a Walkatron loop cycle that has all these things going on, you could actually just go in and quickly add one little pose to be played back right in here. Now you can also copy these here, so I can say copy set, and then I can go to another queue. So I'll go here, and we'll see that there's nothing in here, and I'll hit paste set, and then I can go here and paste set again, and so we'll be playing back the same thing each time. So let's go ahead and hit do it on this and see what happens. So here we have him fighting as he's walking along. So each one of these pose entries here also has some of the same parameters that you may be familiar with from the master skeleton control. These buttons down here, so I can go into, if I have edit on, and I'll click on this, I can hit mirror, and every time you change one of these settings here, you're going to need to put it back in there. So the put button will start to blink, meaning that you've changed something and it needs to be updated. So it's kind of prevents you from screwing something up in there. Now you can actually have the entire pose play back on the figure, but these filter buttons here will prevent you from putting the pose on the legs if you don't want to have the legs get a pose. And usually I just completely stay away from having the right leg, left leg transforms and all that take a pose, because as you know, the procedural walking system is dealing with the legs. So there's a good chance you might create some problems for yourself if you have the legs all of a sudden doing something in addition to having the procedural walking system controlling the legs. So usually I just have this sub-Q edit poses just playing back on the upper body. So these buttons here, like arms and hands, are actually just kind of master buttons here, so you can turn these on real quick. If you want to have the arms and hands, just hit the R and L buttons. That's right arm, right hand, left hand, the IK targets, and the transform of the arms IK targets as well. So you can read up a little bit more on in the online help file. Let's put that in there. So when I go into here, I'm going to select punch, and I'm going to put a mirror on that, so that actually will mirror that punch. And let's go ahead and hit the do it button and see what happens. So this is real nice. Watch, he punches with his right arm, punches with his left arm. There you go. That's what a sub-Q pose does.